All right, cranking no start. If you think hard, then there's many things that you have to check. But as sometimes we not mechanic, and something that's simple that we have to check. Now, when you crank and then doesn't start, so that means you get rid of battery and starter. So those two things that you know that you have power, you have juice, that's what you can crank. So you know that the starter is good, so that's why you can crank. So those two, that's why you get rid of it first. Check for your crank sensor, because the new car, it have a crank sensor. Some even have a cam sensor. If a bad crank sensor or cam sensor, most likely you will have engine light. So that is can tell you that, okay, I need to scan to see what. So crank sensor bad, normally you don't have spark. So if you check for spark, so on this vehicle here you have the coil pack right there, and you can take one of this and put a screwdriver into it to see someone crank for you, and if you have a spark, that means you do have a good crank. You know, that's where you have spark. But if a fuel pump is not working, or no fuel coming in, many cases you can do is take out your air duct right here and open your body throttle. If you have an electronic body throttle, then a little bit harder, but normally you can have an air hose like this, unplug like that, just insert your carburetor cleaner into here or inside here, just spray to it and let somebody crank it. And if they crank it and the engine's running, then that means your fuel pump is bad, or maybe there's no gas. Okay, so that's why you try that to see if gas is coming to your engine or not. So many cars you can have an injector line, which is like this one right here, and you can disconnect the injector line and turn your key to on, and then you have a gas spread out from here. That means something else is happening. Sometimes your timing belt broke and also cranking or starting. Okay, so make sure you check for the timing belt. But on mostly now vehicle that have timing chain, then you do not have that problem. But a lot of vehicles that carry the timing belt, then check your timing belt and check all of what I just mentioned, and you will find one that will solve your problem. Okay, you run to something else that you cannot do it. You have to take to certain mechanic that who dealing with that type of vehicle that you driving, that you can't start, because it's more than beyond the what you are not mechanic, you cannot do. Okay, and what you can do, sometimes your fuel filter is clogged up, and doesn't matter how much pumping, it doesn't pump gas. So you can disconnect right here and try to see if your fuel pump is working, and you can put the keys on and you can see the gas coming out through here. Okay, I think my camera can catch the gas pump priming, but there's no gas coming out through the tank right here. The gauge here show almost a half a tank. So that's why I thought that the fuel pump is bad. I can hear the fuel pump's priming, but actually the fuel gauge is not working properly. Even though I have a quarter of a tank, but the tank is empty. So now I put about 5 gallons in there. Let's try to start to see if that will start. Mola, you see that? So nothing wrong with the car, just because the gauge is not working, and the car was driving until it is the tank's empty, and take me quite a bit time to inspect the fuel line, checking for electrical problem. Cranking, no starting. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it does take you some time and pretty headache too. Okay, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Bye bye.